Yeah, we're talking about belts, 20,000 of them, mind you. I've been holding this raggedy old cover belt on all our videos for 2 years now. It's been laying on this table for 2 years. But today is June 27th of 2020. Tomorrow will be exactly 2 years since we started selling our Hunterworks belts. That first order, I only ordered 300 of them and I was scared to death. And now we're ordering 300 a week to make sure we don't run out. And we ran out some the last 2 months. May and April was just crazy with the virus and all. I want to say first and foremost, thank you so freaking much. It is you guys who have done this. The first 10,000 took 16 months to sell, the first 10,000. The second 10,000 took 8 months to sell. So it is really ramping it up. We are getting, I get emails every day about how good their belts are and how they're telling people about them and all. So it must be true, or we wouldn't get to sell 20,000 belts. All right, well, how many belts really is 20,000? All right, you take the 50 states, including Alaska and Hawaii, and divide it in. That's 400 people in every state in the United States of America has a Hunterworks belt. I do not know about other companies' sales numbers, couldn't possibly tell you about nothing. But that's only 4 part numbers. We used to just have 3. So we have our 92G, our standard, our thick, and our turbo belt that fit all these models. That's 4 part numbers. That's it. I talked to my manufacturer one day. I said, are we selling more belts than anybody else? And he was like, I cannot tell you that. He said, what I can tell you is that, and at the time our conversation was 3 part numbers, he said, you are way above everybody that we make belts for, including the OEM on some models, okay? So out of these 20,000 belts in 2 years, which belt is the most popular, most widely sold? It is going to be our standard belt, because for the first, until we coming out with our 92G last November, it was used on so many different models. The number 2 selling belt is going to be our thick belt, and we primarily use that for the XP1000. It's odd that it is a number 2 seller, but it is just a good belt if you got an application for it. Number 3, of course, is going to be the turbo belt, and it is really neck and neck with the thick belt. And I'm looking at a piece of paper, by the way. And lastly is going to be the 92G, but we didn't come out with a 92G till November of 19, so it hadn't even been out, but what is that, 7-8 months. We've sold 1,842 of them, and until, I don't know, a month ago or a month and a half ago, we had not warranted a single stinking one. I will tell you that 92G belt has been the most successful belt we've ever made, as far as doing what we wanted it to do, no noise and reliability and warranty on our part and all that. I mean, it was, and then we've had, a handful, 3 or 4, 5, I don't remember the number since what happened or why it was a spurt, but then that passed and it's gone. It has just really been a great belt. So how many belts did you warranty, Todd, in this period of time? 179 belts got warranted in 2 years. That is 0.9% of all sold. Yeah. What's your failure rate though? How many you don't warranty? Well, for one, if you don't contact me, I can't do nothing about it. All right, the ones that I've turned down, we don't turn down that many, because we don't get asked very often about warranty belts. Yeah, obviously 179 times and 20,000, but we don't turn down a few. So I would say our failure rate, including warranty, was probably 1% or 1.1%. Still super freaking low. Interestingly enough, most of these belts, 99% of them are for Polaris. And the funny part to me is we don't sell that many Can-Am belts. Nothing wrong with them. It's just they apparently don't know about us, don't know about our belts. We have literally sold more Razor 800 belts than Can-Am X3 belts. Now, we only sell the X3, mind you, but we have sold more 800 belts than X3 belts. Let me just say, guys, it's all of this is because of you. We appreciate y'all so much. Telling, sharing it on Facebook, whatever it is. I'm sure there has been a few naysayers. I remember one guy's comment when we first got started, and I said something about their good belts or whatever, and this was on social media. Everybody's a big badass on social media. You can say what you want behind a computer screen. Come over here and say it. Just kidding. Well, maybe not. Get the hammer on you. Anyway, he's like, how do you know if they're any good? You don't know nothing about no belts. You know, they could be trash. They could be whatever. And I was like, yeah, well, you must not know much about Hunterworks. We're just not going to take on anything and put it out there unless we feel like it's the best on the planet. Have we changed the belt since we started? Absolutely. Has any of it been for reliability's sake? Absolutely not. Now, I've never been a reliability problem. We started in June, and then I think it was October that year we changed to a lower top cog because it was so many vehicles with shaft spacing issues that the belt would go up and hit the exhaust duct, so we wanted to make it shorter and give you a little bit more room to do it. We also changed what's called the binding agent that goes between the cord and the top so that when it did take a hit that it would hold on better. That was a change, and then of course we moved on around all the way till June of, I think it was June of last year. A time frame, my memory's getting bad as I get old, but we went to what we call the quiet design in our standard belts and our thick belt because so many people with 16 and newer vehicles were having issues with noisy secondaries. Didn't matter what the belt, but of course we don't have to rehash that. Thicker belts, stiffer springs, bigger tires, higher loads, slower speeds, all contribute to that noise. So obviously our thick belt was one of the piece. We made a change, and we got those people complaining. It's just down to a handful, period. And we're fixing those now with the Hunterworks $64 alignment tool. No longer have to buy that $239 tool for 16 or newer. Sorry guys, behind 16, we just don't have a tool yet because we don't have access to 14, 15 mile. All right, so that has been really good. I hardly ever get a complaint about the standard belts and all anymore. If you're gonna get one, it's gonna be a thick belt. Lastly, that 92G, it was created in November of last year. Why did we come up with it? Because the general owners had the thinnest belt. I was wondering if I had one on my table here, but I don't. But they had the thinnest belt of any UTV players got, and we was using our standard belt. I don't remember the layer count, so work with me. I think the stock was made of 8 layers, the standard made of 10, and we are the only company in the world that I'm aware of that makes a belt in between the two sizes. So our 92G does not exist anywhere else for anybody else. It's exclusive to us because we designed it, and it is giving those guys the ability to have more grip and no noise for the general, and I absolutely loved it. You know what vehicles are the most reliable for us belts go from Polaris that I've seen? 800s, you know, why? Because it really goes with the power, you know, from 800 to a turbo. I don't even know if we've had to warranty 800 belt. If we have, it's been one. 900 belts, Rangers, and even 900 Razors. Again, I don't keep up with what models other than my head, but if it's over 5, I'd be shocked. So 900 Rangers, Razors of any kind, any year, 900. Hardly ever hear it even about the 1000S. And I'm staring at my very own new body style Ranger behind this camera. I don't think we've had to warranty one on one of them either. So it's really just been the XP1000s and the turbos, where they're more powerful, they're more popular, more modifications, do stuff, get wore, blah, blah, blah. So those are the vehicles that would be more problematic for belts. Again, guys, I just cannot thank you guys enough. You know, it's belt business has been really good for us. I hope we continue to improve if and when we need to. Possibility that we expand our line. You know, I get a lot of calls about the ATVs. People ask me, do you have them for the ATVs? Starting to get more for the 570. That's just a slow seller. But nonetheless, I want to hush up and just let you guys know we passed 20,000 belts in 2 years, and it has just been an amazing ride. And don't forget that our belts are shipped FedEx 2-day express. Now, lately, with the COVID and getting belts and us being behind, sometime it was a day or two shipping, but once it ships, it is FedEx 2-day. Things have kind of calmed back down, and we're back on same day deal, and our stock's back up. So we shouldn't have any more problem. And any dealers of ours that may be watching this that we had to cut off for a period of time, we're fully stocked back up, and let us know. All right, guys. I guess we won't do another report on these to maybe 30,000, and we'll see how long that takes. Probably said it 15 times already, but I do appreciate you, the customer, and helping us out with this. If you need us, ain't no need in trying this. It doesn't seem like. Get on that computer, shoot me an email, todd@hunterworks.com. Order questions, order at hunterworks.com, and keep them going. Thank you so much.